Hey guys, this is MKS Need Coaching Center from KGF. So today we are going to continue with our part 2 video of the chemical coordination and the integration chapter. So today we will be starting with a topic called as the pituitary gland. So what is the pituitary gland? Pituitary gland is the smallest endocrine gland which is located in the bony cavity called as the sella turcica of the sphenoid bone, and it is attached to the hypothalamus through a stalk. So coming to the pituitary gland has been divided into two parts. The pituitary gland has been divided into two parts. One is the adenohypophysis and the neurohypophysis. The adenohypophysis is further divided into pars distalis and pars intermedialis. Pars distalis are also called as anterior pituitary. And the neurohypophysis, or it is also called as the pars nervosa, or it is also called as the posterior pituitary. Okay, now coming to the anterior pituitary, which was going to include six hormones. The first one was going to be the growth hormone, prolactin, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, luteinizing hormone, and follicular stimulating hormone. Pars intermedialis was going to include melanocyte stimulating hormone. Coming to the posterior pituitary or the pars nervosa, it was going to include mainly two hormones. First one was going to be the oxytocin, second one was going to be the vasopressin, or it is also called as ADH, antidiuretic hormone. Okay, coming to the neurohypophysis. The neurohypophysis are also called as the pars nervosa. So as I have already told, it is under direct control of the hypothalamus. So they are just going to store and release the hormone which are going to be actually synthesized in the hypothalamus, and it is just transported axonally to the neurohypophysis. So what are the two hormones which are going to be synthesized in the neurohypophysis? Okay, coming to the growth hormone now, the first hormone of the anterior pituitary, the first one is the growth hormone. The over secretion, what is the normal function of the growth hormone? It was going to increase the muscle mass, it was going to increase the skeletal elongation, skeletal muscle elongation, and the bone elongation. So it will cause the normal height of the person. Okay, the muscle mass and the height of the person is dependent upon this growth hormone. So when there is over secretion of this growth hormone during early life, that is during the childhood period, it leads to a condition called as gigantism, which lead to a person look like a huge person. And the excess of secretion of the growth hormone in the adult is called as acromegaly. Okay, so this was going to result in the severe disfigurement of the person, especially in his face. So the over secretion of the growth hormone in the childhood is called as a gigantism, and in the adult it is called as acromegaly. And what is the condition we call when there is a lower secretion of this growth hormone? It results in the stunted growth. Okay, that leads to the short height of the person. So this is called as a pituitary dwarfism. Okay, so acromegaly, that is the excess of secretion of the growth hormone in the adult, lead to a serious complication like the premature death if it is unchecked, when it is not diagnosed at the early stage, or when it is untreated properly. The prolactin is the second anterior pituitary hormone which regulates the growth of the mammary gland in the female, and it helps in the formation of milk in the mammary gland. Coming to the third hormone of the anterior pituitary, that is the thyroid stimulating hormone, which stimulate and synthesis the thyroid hormone from the thyroid gland. Where is the thyroid gland is located? Okay, it is located in the neck region. The fourth hormone was going to be the adrenocorticotropic hormone, which stimulate and synthesize the steroid hormone called as a glucocorticoid from the adrenal cortex. Where is adrenal gland is located? Can you guys comment it in the comment section? Okay. Coming to the last two hormone, that is the luteinizing hormone and the follicular stimulating hormone, which stimulate the gonadal activity. So what is a gonad? It is gonad is nothing but the sex organ. In case of male, it is testis. In case of female, it is ovary. So these two hormones together, they are called as gonadotropin, which is a very important one. In case of male, the luteinizing the hormone stimulate the synthesis and the secretion of the hormone called as androgen from the testis. Okay. In case of male, what is the function of this follicular stimulating hormone? It was going to regulate the spermatogenesis. So what do you mean by genesis? Genesis is nothing but formation. What do you mean by genesis? It is the formation. What is the sperma means? It is the process of formation of the sperms in the male testis. So this process is called as spermatogenesis. For the spermatogenesis, what is the hormone which is required for the male? It is follicular stimulating hormone as well as the androgen, which are secreted by the luteinizing hormone. Okay, what happens in case of the what is the function of this luteinizing hormone in case of a female? The luteinizing hormone was going to induce the ovulation of the fully matured follicle, or it is also called as a Graafian follicle. Okay, and okay, what is this follicle? So this is a cell called as a follicular cell, which will be there inside the female body. We call this as a primary follicle, inside which there will be a oocyte. So here I am drawing it as a yellow in color. So what happens for this the follicle to grow further? So the follicle will grow further like this by forming more amount of the follicle. So for this, what is the hormone which is required? It is a follicular stimulating hormone. And okay, inside which there was going to be the ovum, which is nothing but the egg of the female. Okay, it is the egg of the female, which is the female gametophyte. So there will be a rupture. There will be rupture of this Graafian follicle. Okay, this is the primary, and this was going to be the secondary. So this secondary or the tertiary Graafian follicle was going to rupture to release the ovum outside. So the egg was going to come outside. So this is what is called as the ovulation, which happens at the 14th day from the day first of the menstrual cycle. Okay, so what happens to this remaining part of this follicle? The remaining part of a follicle will form a temporary endocrine gland. This is called as a corpus luteum. Now what is this is called as? This is the corpus luteum. From where this has been formed? This is formed from the remaining part of the Graafian follicle. Okay, so now coming to what is the function of this corpus luteum? The corpus luteum, the main function is to synthesize the progesterone, which we will be covering in the upcoming classes. So what is the function of this follicular stimulating hormone? It stimulates the growth and the development of the ovarian follicle by stimulating the estrogen. It was also going to induce the estrogen, as I've already told, the follicular stimulating function. Now coming to the posterior, the pars intermedialis, which was going to mainly synthesize the melanocyte stimulating hormone, which acts upon the melanocyte, which is the melanin containing cell, which regulate the pigmentation of the skin. Okay, which was going to regulate the pigmentation of the skin. That is, the color of the person is dependent mainly upon this particular hormone. Coming to the posterior pituitary, I told it was going to mainly include only two hormones. The first one is called as the oxytocin. Oxytocin, it mainly acts upon the smooth muscle, and it causes their contraction. So in case of female, it stimulates the vigorous contraction of the uterus at the time of the childbirth, which causes the expulsion of the baby and the placenta from the mother's uterus. So therefore this oxytocin is also called as birth hormone. What is the other function of this oxytocin? It also causes the ejection of the milk from the mammary gland. Therefore it is also called as the milk ejection gland. Okay, what are the two name we can suggest for the oxytocin? The first one was going to be birth hormone. The second one was going to be the milk ejection hormone. Okay, so which one was going to help in the production of the milk? Yes, it is the prolactin. Coming to the last hormone from the posterior pituitary, it mainly acts upon the kidney, and it stimulates the reabsorption of the water and the electron. Which is that hormone? It is the vasopressin. Vasopressin are also called as antidiuretic hormone. What is the main function of this antidiuretic hormone? It lessens the urine output. What is the main function? It lessens the urine output whenever you are not having enough amount of the water. So what this vasopressin was going to do? It was going to be get released. It was going to act on the kidney, mainly on the tubule, the distal convoluted tubule of the kidney, for the reabsorption of the water. That's why you will be releasing only a lesser amount of the urine whenever you are thirsty. Okay, okay, that's why it is called as antidiuresis. Diuresis is nothing but urination. Whenever there is impairment in the function of this the antidiuretic hormone. So mainly, what it will cause? Its function will be his function will be affected. So therefore more amount of water loss will happen. Because of that, there will be dehydration. This particular condition is called as diabetes insipidus. Okay, now coming for the MCQs of the pituitary gland. The first question what they are asking here is, which one of the following hormone is secreted by pars intermedialis? Okay, the pars intermedialis, it was going to mainly include only one hormone, that is your melanocyte stimulating hormone. Okay. The FSH and LH together they are called as. Are they steroid hormone? Yes, they are steroid hormone. Gonadotrophin hormone, neurohormones, and stress hormone. Okay. Yes, though they are the steroid hormone, the main answer here will be they are also called as together gonadotrophin hormone. So I will be going with option number 2. So which one of the following controls the secretion of the estrogen? As I've already told, what was going to be the answer for this particular question? It is the follicular stimulating hormone, okay, which helps in the formation of the follicle on the ovarian follicle. HCG is the human chorionic gonadotrophin, which is one of the placental hormone. Gonadotrophin releasing hormone and luteinizing hormone are not your correct option. So, which of the following hormone is responsible for low pitch voice, beard, mustache in case of male? Is the option number 1, that is gonadotrophin hormone, adrenaline, thyroid hormone, or gonadotrophin releasing hormone? So, the answer to this particular question will be gonadotrophin hormone. Okay, that is your LH. LH will help in synthesizing androgen. Androgen is what is important for this particular answer, but here indirectly they are asking that your answer will be gonadotrophin hormone for this particular question. The synthesis of ADH is done by a very very important question for you guys to understand, because the answer for this question will be, is it a hypothalamus or anterior pituitary, middle pituitary, or posterior pituitary? The answer to this particular question will be option number A, that is a hypothalamus. They are asking who was going to synthesize ADH, that is antidiuretic hormone. It was going to be synthesized by the hypothalamus, and it was going to be stored and released in the posterior pituitary. So the answer to this question will be option number A, that is a hypothalamus. So choose the wrong statement. Okay, the option number 1 what they have given is the glucocorticoid produces anti-inflammatory reaction and suppresses the immune response. Yes, this is correct, which we will be learning in the upcoming classes. The glucocorticoid, or it is also called as a cortisol, which is secreted by the adrenal cortex. And PTH. What is this PTH? It is a parathyroid hormone which stimulates the reabsorption of the calcium in the renal tubule, increases the calcium level. Yes, this is also the correct option, which we will be learning in the upcoming classes. The third option, what they have given here is the vasopressin increases the water loss through the urine. Therefore, it is called as antidiuretic hormone. They are telling absolutely the third option was going to be wrong. What I told, the antidiuretic hormone was going to lessen the urine output. Okay, so it was going to increase the reabsorption of the water. Here they are telling it was going to cause increase in the water loss, so which is absolutely wrong. So can you guys comment when there will be increased loss of water? Okay, coming to the fourth option, the pitocin is known as the child birth as well as milk ejection hormone. Yes, pitocin is one of the form of oxytocin, and the oxytocin will do the function of the childbirth as well as the milk ejection. Which of the following secretes the LH, that is luteinizing hormone? Okay, the option number A is a pituitary. Next, it is a thyroid, hypothalamus, and adrenal. So, what will be the answer for this particular question? Option number A will be correct. So, can you guys comment what are the hormone you guys will see in the anterior pituitary? Okay. Coming to the question number 27, a person passes much of urine and drinks much of water, but his blood sugar level is normal. What is this condition results in? Is it reduction of the insulin secretion? Insulin will cause the insulin is secreted by beta cells of the pancreas. Okay. Here they are telling whenever there is blood glucose level has been increased, even if it in your urine, the condition is called as diabetes mellitus. So here our concern is not the option number 1. Reduced vasopressin secretion, yes, this will be the option. Okay, the vasopressin mainly it was going to help in reabsorption of the water. Okay, fall in glucose concentration in the urine, no, the option number 3 is wrong, and increase in the secretion of the glucagon is also wrong. Glucagon was going to be synthesized by the pancreas by the alpha cells. We'll cover it in the later classes. Gonadotropin hormone is produced from, okay, the option number 1 is the posterior part of the thyroid. B is a neurohypophysis of the pituitary. C is adenohypophysis of the pituitary. D is adrenal gland. Option here will be option number C, that is adenohypophysis of the pituitary. Which of the following pair is responsible for growth and maturation of the Graafian follicle? Option number 1, they are telling it is growth hormone and the FSH, gonadotropin releasing hormone and the LH, follicular stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone. Follicular stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone is the fourth option. So answer to this particular question will be option number C. Okay, coming to the question number 30, the important function of the vasopressin hormone is to cause the vigorous contraction of the uterus. Can you guys comment which is the hormone which was going to cause the vigorous contraction of the uterus? It increases the reabsorption of the water from the nephron, so this will be the correct option. It stimulates the secretion of the milk. So the secretion of the milk was going to be done by the hormone from the anterior pituitary. If you guys know the answer, just comment it on the comment section. The lowering the level of the blood glucose, so that is the hypoglycemic hormone. Hypoglycemic hormone is your insulin, which is secreted by beta cells of the pancreas. Okay, which of the following is a part of the pituitary gland? A is pars distalis and pars nervosa. Option number B was going to be pars intermedialis. Option number C was going to be pars intermedialis and distalis. Option number D was going to be pars distalis, pars intermedialis, and pars nervosa. So option number 4 will is including all the three parts of the pituitary gland. So we'll be going with option number 3. I mean option number 4. Question number 32. Growth hormone and the insulin have opposite effect in all except. So answer to this particular question will be synthesizing in protein. Both of them are going to increase the synthesis of protein by the insulin will increase its protein level through a process called as a proteolysis. Okay. Question number 33, that is a follicle stimulating hormone is produced by, that is FSH. FSH is produced by anterior lobe, posterior pituitary, and the middle pituitary, and the option number 4 was going to be all of these. So what is the answer to this particular question? It was going to be option A, that is anterior pituitary. What is the function of the oxytocin? Contraction of the smooth muscle, lactation, childbirth, or all of these? Yes, it was going to be all of these. Okay. 35, the posterior lobe of the pituitary gland is also known as, it is also called as neurohypophysis. The process of spermatogenesis occurs through the influence of, what is spermatogenesis? It is the process of formation of the sperm. What is required? Which is the hormone which is required for that? Yes, it is follicular stimulating hormone is required for the formation of growth. And along with the FSH, you guys also require androgen, which is secreted by the testis, which is released by luteinizing hormone that stimulates the secretion of the glucocorticoid. Yes, the answer for this particular question will be option number 2, that is adrenocorticotropic hormone, which was going to act upon the adrenal cortex to release the glucocorticoid, or it is also called as cortisol. Continuing the milk secretion is maintained by. So what is the answer to this particular question? Milk secretion, you guys have to go with the prolactin. Milk ejection, you guys are going to go with oxytocin. Inadequate production of the LH in early life. In early life, it is called as gigantism. In later life, it is called as acromegaly. When there is lower secretion of the growth hormone, can you guys tell what will be the condition name? Okay. Coming to the question number 40, the hormone that maintains the secretory activity of the corpus luteum as well as the increase in the size of the mammary gland. What will be the answer for this particular question? The secretory activity as well as increase in the size of the mammary gland. So option number 1, estrogen, no, it does not do both of the function. Luteinizing hormone, it does not do both of the question. PL, that is a prolactin, it was going to increase the size of the mammary gland. and the luteinizing hormone helps in maintaining the secretory activity of the corpus luteum. So I will be going with option number C. Okay, question number 41. The adrenocorticotrophic hormone is mainly secreted by adrenal medulla, adrenal cortex, thymus, or the pituitary. The option to this particular question will be it is pituitary. The ACTH hormone was going to be synthesized by the pituitary. It will go and act upon the adrenal cortex to release a hormone called as glucocorticoid. Okay, the hyper secretion of the GH, that is a growth hormone from the pituitary gland, results in, okay, what it was going to result in: dwarfism or gigantism, cretinism, or none of these. The answer to this particular question will be a gigantism if it is in case of child, if it is in the case of the early life, that is childhood period. If it is in case of adult, we call it as acromegaly. Hypersecretion of the GH from the adult. So once again, it is your question. Here they have not mentioned about your acromegaly, so the answer to this particular question will be none of these. Hormone that is produced from the hypothalamus that stimulate the gonad in case of male and female is called as prolactin, luteinizing hormone, FSH, or gonadotrophin. The answer will be gonadotrophin, which includes. Can you guys tell me what are the hormone it was going to include? Okay, so we'll finish the part 2 video of the chemical coordination and the integration chapter. We'll meet up in another part of the video. Thank you. Thank you for watching.